Thank you. Here are our disclaimers. At Ocular Therapeutix, we are looking to redefine the retina experience by redefining treatment, redefining development, and redefining outcomes. We all know that anti-VEGF antibodies are extremely effective in the treatment of retinal vascular disease, but they require frequent injections, which leads to a really interesting dynamic. Every new product with even slightly increased durability tends to dominate the market. While these antibodies are indeed effective, long-term visual outcomes remain poor. Up to 40% of patients drop out within the first year alone due to the high treatment burden of frequent injections. Moreover, the pulsatile dosing nature of these antibodies may lead to fibrosis and atrophy. At Ocular Therapeutix, we hope to address these challenges using a small molecule approach. AXPAXLI is a completely bioresorbable hydrogel that releases axitinib, a small molecule TKI, using a proprietary Healthegy platform that allows for a slow release of axitinib over a prolonged period of time using near zero autokinetics, in other words, in a non-pulsatile manner. It's important to note that axitinib is already FDA approved for non-ophthalmic indications, and a hydrogel is also commercially used in our product Dextenza. Now, axitinib is an extremely potent TKI, and because it's this potent, a single injection and a single hydrogel of AXPAXLI is enough to provide consistent and continuous inhibition of all VEGF receptors for up to 12 months. Coming back then to the market dynamics, while previous new products added weeks to durability, AXPAXLI will add months to completely redefine the treatment paradigm. Which brings us to how we are looking to redefine development. Instead of doing 2 phase 3 trials with the exact same non-inferiority design, we chose to do 1 superiority study and 1 non-inferiority study with completely different designs, but in a highly complementary manner, so that the data generated is much more robust, much more comprehensive, and much more insightful to patients, physicians, and payers alike. These trials are being conducted in wet AMD based on strong initial data, where AXPAXLI remains the only sustained delivery TKI to show monotherapy activity in treatment-naive patients and to show a 100% rescue-free rate at 6 months. Our first phase 3 trial, SOL-1, is a superiority study that compares a single dose of AXPAXLI to a single dose of Eylea. The primary endpoint is the proportion of patients that maintain vision at 36 weeks. The top-line readout, though, will be at 52 weeks. This gives us the potential for up to 12-month dosing on label, along with the superiority claim, while maintaining the SPA that de-risks our regulatory path. A unique clinical de-risking feature of both our phase 3 studies is that we use the loading phase to select specific patients for randomization to enhance our chances of success. For SOL-1, patients need to gain 10 letters or reach 20/20 vision to qualify. Our second phase 3 trial, SOL-R, is a non-inferiority study that compares AXPAXLI dosed every 6 months to standard of care Eylea with a third HD Eylea arm for masking purposes only. The primary endpoint is at week 56, a singular and unblended endpoint. This trial gives us the potential for 6-month repeat dosing on label, along with efficacy comparable to the standard of care, while being backed by Type C written response from the FDA. This trial also uses the loading phase to select specific patients for randomization. In this case, the 2 evaluation visits to exclude those patients with significant retinal fluid fluctuations. To repeat, both our phase 3 studies use specifically selected patient populations to randomize to enhance our chances of success. For SOL-1, we select patients that are likely to fail without treatment on board. For SOL-R, we select patients that are likely to remain stable with treatment on board. Beyond wet AMD, we're exploring trials in other indications, starting with NPDR and DME, based on a strong initial data from our Helios study, where after a single AXPAXLI injection, no patients in the AXPAXLI arm developed vision-threatening complications at 1 year. Moreover, each and every patient in the AXPAXLI arm with non-center involved DME showed improved outcomes at 1 year, again with just one AXPAXLI injection. To summarize, at Ocular Therapeutix, we are looking to redefine the retina experience. We aim to redefine treatment with AXPAXLI providing consistent and continuous inhibition of all VEGF receptors for up to 12 months with a single injection, a single hydrogel that's completely bioresorbable. We are redefining development with 2 complementary trials using specifically selected patient populations and a de-risked regulatory path. The combined data from these 2 studies gives us the potential for 6 to 12-month repeat dosing on-label, along with the superiority claim, while demonstrating efficacy comparable to the standard of care. Finally, we hope to redefine outcomes with AXPAXLI. Remember, up to 40% of patients discontinue treatment within the first year alone. With 6 to 12-month dosing with AXPAXLI, we hope that hundreds of thousands of patients will choose to remain on treatment and have improved visual outcomes. Moreover, the non-pulsatile dosing nature of AXPAXLI has the potential to reduce the fibrosis and atrophy that may be seen with current treatments. We are well capitalized, our infrastructure and IP is fully based in the US, and we have a world-class team that has been involved in the development of every major new product in retina. Thank you for your time.